It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Vikings and the Chargers coming up next.
From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who'll be calling the plays under center.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
On first down, Means, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Come on, baby.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
More from L.A. in a moment.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A play fake. Now Warner. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 2nd down now, Means, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
More from L.A. in a moment.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Warner. He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler.
Number 89. 10 yards on the pickup. And 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
To throw, Warner.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
It'll be Warner on 1st down. And this will be incomplete.
Intended for number 20. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action. It's Warner. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So now with an 8-play drive, it spans 75 yards. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Second down, Peterson again.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
He's brought down at the 31.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll give to Peterson out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Second down and 3.
They give it to Peterson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Peterson. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down. That's the end of the first quarter. The score.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
This offense has converted 2 3rd downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. That was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing, stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Warner. And that is caught. It's Winslow. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet Just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Warner to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Here's Warner. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. And to give this time to the tailback. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Right back to him on 1st down. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
It's now 2nd and 6.
The pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. Means, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Warner.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Looking to throw. Warner. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays to go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Third down, it's Adrian Peterson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. On 1st and 10, Warner. Throw right side, caught by Winslow. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw, Warner. Finding a safety valve here, that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make this a second down. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Warner from the gun. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Vikings in that first half. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've...
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. A 10th carry now for Peterson.
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. 64 yards. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that can overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Throwing on first down. Warner. And he will find Winslow. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Second down at 4.
Back to throw. Warner. This one caught by Winslow. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Warner. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Intended for number 83. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Warner. And he'll get this one complete to Winslow. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a give, right side. Means. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you think about the strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnose perfectly there.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense. On first down, Warner.
He finds his man, complete. That's Chandler. And he's taken down inside the 30. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Warner. Looking sideline, incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Warner.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Looking to throw. Warner. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll make it 2nd down. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, oh, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds.
Mike Zimmer staring down our referee. He's upset. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stays.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Hands it off out of the gun.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the traiing facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. That drive along with spanning 15 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Carter. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Looking to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 24, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly,
And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Means down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
On is the Chargers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:45 to play. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That play really didn't fall. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. 2nd and 11. Completes this to Jefferson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked it to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
But they've certainly had trouble blocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Peterson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Working with a 2nd and 3. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 12, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7. If he'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
First and 10 at the 11.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Second and 7.
Back to the ground, this time with Tomlinson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.